James McAvoy, Isaiah Mustafa, so great to have you on Sunrise.
Thanks very much.
Now, congratulations on this film. The first one was such a huge box office success and critical success.
No pressure.
No pressure. Did you feel pressure knowing that you're going to be in this beloved finale?
I think, yeah, I think it was unavoidable to feel a little bit of pressure, but I think that the pressure just came from wanting to do well. I don't think it came from any of the stats or anything like that. It was just wanting to put forward a good product for people to see.
When you first saw the film, where were you in? Did you see it like a normal moviegoer?
You mean the previous film?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Strangely, I saw it the night before I found out that I might be in this one. So me and Nick Holt were making, I think, Dark Phoenix, and we went to see it. Went and had Five Guys, ate Five Guys, talked about how great the film was. Went to work the next day, doing a scene with Jessica Chastain, and she was like, "Do you know, my friend Andy Muschietti directed it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." And he says, "And they want to do the sequel." And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." And he was like, "He's always wanted you to play the older version of Jaden." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, tell him right now, I will do that in a New York minute." So that was sort of weirdly, the day after I watched it, I was like, "Oh, that's an awesome movie." I sort of had an idea I might be in the sequel.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of actors who are listening to this interview will go and see a lot of films in case they get asked the
I
next
know.
day.
I would suggest always do your homework.
I would suggest always have a Five Guys after,
I feel like that's the
Afterwards.
moral of the
because
story.
then you might get the job the next day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I took away from that.
Yeah.
Now, the director Andy is famous for liking not just one take or two takes, but liking multiple takes of a scene. What was that like?
It is perfect.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, right. That
Do it again.
nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's-
Never get it better than that.
Yeah.
And one more time.
Yeah.
You're like, let me explain what perfect means in English. Is there?
In fact, Bill, I think, did say that to me at one point. He
Yeah.
says, "I don't think you know what the word perfect means, do you?
Yeah, I
You
don't
get
know.
you in a dictionary." He's searching. He's not always. I don't think he's searching for perfection. So I don't think he's interested in perfection. But he's searching for more options, and he's searching for a deeper exploration of Stephen's incredible world and all the themes that run through this story. I think.
Yeah, I think the only way that it's frustrating is it's challenging you to like just dig a little bit deeper and whatever you thought was your best one or whatever to abandon that and give trust to someone and to take you to a higher ground.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, we saw some snippets from the film, and there is your character is in a hall of mirrors
Aye.
with a very attractive, kind-looking clown, right?
Aye. Yeah. He's a looker.
Lovely,
I would.
lovely clown.
He's when you've got that many mirrors, you want to look that good as Pennywise.
Aye.
It looked. I mean, I don't know if it's scary, but it certainly looked stressful. What was it like filming that?
It was stressful. It was also. It was a genuine hall of mirrors as well, so every now and again I'd be like, all right, I've got this figured out, I kind of know where I'm going, oh yeah, I'm good, then it's I'm like, dang. And that isn't even like during a take, you know?
You're like, do you know how much this space is worth?
Yeah, no.
Nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
This is insured for like tens of pounds. So yeah, no, it was pretty physical and it was pretty claustrophobic, and I am slightly claustrophobic. I'm learning as I get older. And he's just horrible to be around, Pennywise. It's just scary to be around. And also that wee boy, that curly-haired wee boy sitting there being so vulnerable and being like bait almost, you know. That was quite upsetting.
It was upsetting, but the
And
way
then
you
it
say
banged my face.
wee boy, so that's kind of cute.
He's a
Though.
wee boy.
It kind of balances out from the terror.
Yeah.
The wee boy. Okay, so
No, it makes it worse.
No.
It makes it worse. He's a cute wee boy.
no, just the way you say it with your accent. It's very nice.
I
very
don't say
nice.
that in the film, though.
Okay, no, you don't. Oh, you just. No,
There's no let off because I say words like we instead of little.
Yeah, is it hard? I mean, you have such a strong accent. Is it? I know
I don't
you've
think
got
I
used
do
to it.
have a strong accent anymore. I should have a strong accent, but it's, it mellows over 20 years away from Glasgow.
I was going to say, have you been watching him over the past?
No, he's so amazing.
That's
He
what I'm
just
saying. It's
it
like-
just disappears.
He flows into it so easily too.
just-
Thanks, man.
I guess you're an actor. I guess that's
Well,
what you
know
do.
what? There's not a lot of stories out there that involve Scottish people, and there's not a lot of people hiring Scottish people, it seems. So if you can't do accents, you're going to be scuppered. So you
Yeah,
kind
that
of,
makes sense.
luckily, I had that facility and trying to work on it as well.
Oh, you do it so brilliantly.
Thank you.
Now, I heard that you actually injured yourself, though, for real.
Everybody injured themselves.
Did you
in this
injure
job, pretty
yourself
much.
as well? You
no.
trained though, right?
You didn't?
No,
I thought
He's
you
like,
did.
look at
Wait,
me.
no,
I'm
no,
a
no.
specimen of
There's-
perfection. I don't
in
injure
the-
myself.
Look at him, he's like cracking his. You're just always injured.
When in the Chinese restaurant, something happened to my hand.
What did you do with your hand? Or did you bang it on the
Yeah,
table?
I banged it on something, and it was numb the whole rest of the shoot. But other
Wow.
than that, I never. It was fine.
Yeah.
That's good. That's not bad. What about you? Any?
Yeah, we were doing this thing where Pennywise is chasing it. Pennywise is chasing you, and the things are falling from the sky, and you. Well, I don't know why he's Russian now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's all this stuff like falling from the ceiling. We've got to sort of pretend that things are swiping at us and things are like crashing down around us and all that kind of stuff. And so I quite like throwing myself about a bit and doing my own stunts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like wearing knee pads and I'm all padded up and like throwing myself to the ground. He's like, it is perfect, do it one more time. And oh, it is the best one I've ever seen in my entire life, and do it one more time. And so we did like a zillion takes. And every time I'm like, this is going to be getting. It's like, oh my god, it looks so cool. It's like, oh man, look at this. And they were like showing me, and it was like, this is the most epic action moment I've ever had in my life. And then I see it in the trailer, and it's like, blink and you miss it. And it could have been a stuntman because you don't know it's me. You cannot see my face.
Thank you for that, Andy. Exactly. Yeah. But you can feel proud knowing that you took.
We know.
I had tendonitis for
and
7
now
months
Australia knows.
because of that stunt.
Yeah.
7 months I had tendonitis.
No.
In my, yeah.
God, that stuff. Last
We
thing
suffer.
is, you guys played these younger characters as 27 years later. You played them so brilliantly. You know, not only do you look so much like them, but just the mannerisms and all these mini, small micro things that you get. You know, how did you prepare for that? Did you watch the film a million times? What did you meet the actors?
You interact with him a little bit, and Chosen's such a professional, and he's such a gentleman too.
Yeah.
And so smooth and so suave. So
You're
for
quite
me,
like
it
that,
wasn't,
dude.
It wasn't really a stretch.
No, it wasn't. I'm not joking. You are like that.
No, I bonded with Chosen a little bit, and we had a couple things in common. So we just talked, we exchanged numbers, and then we would text and stuff, and just kind of mess around. And then I was like, okay, I get this kid. He's cool. He's a fun kid.
That's cool.
So that was kind of how I did it. And I watched the first movie also.
That's so cool. And what about you?
Yeah, I mean, watching that first movie is sort of like built in, sort of served on a plate research, because you don't have to go, what is my backstory and what was I like, what was my relationship like with Sophia when we were younger and all that kind of stuff. Like, you watch the movie and go, oh, that's what it was like, and that's how I felt about it, and that's what I did because of how I felt about it. It's really there for you. I suppose just from his soul, Jaden's got like such an open, vulnerable quality, and trying to retain that was important. Bill is a watcher as much as he is a doer, and he creates or allows space for other people to step up by just not saying something sometimes and just watching them. And that was something that I think with a lot of actors could just be dull, but with Jaden, because he has such an open sort of soul-piercing quality, it really worked. I'm not certain I've got that for free in my DNA the way that he does, but you try and sort of replicate that as much as you can.
Oh, you guys did such a great job. Audiences are going to go crazy for this. I think it's going to
thank
be
you.
amazing.
Hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, it was lovely. Thanks
Cheers.
so much.
Thanks a
Cheers.
lot.